Felix, welcome to Best Ball Nation.
Yo. How we doing today? Hope everybody's doing good. I don't know why I'm on the small screen. I sure am. There we go. Hope everybody's doing good. Nothing new over here. Just worked another day. So another day, another dollar. So if you guys want to join the draft or the stream today, feel free to send me a message on the X. I will send you the link. We'll start the draft around 9:45 Eastern time. So, let's see here. Let's go to the old Underdog Twitter page. Let's see here, Underdog NFL. Steelers, no. Now, Steelers know no more than they did at the draft about Aaron Rodgers' plans for 2025. So would they know at the draft? Jonathan Brooks will miss the 2025 season. Y'all were crazy for drafting that guy. I didn't touch him. I feel bad for the people that did. To be fair, I don't do Dynasty, so. Did Davian Clowney released by the Panthers? He's got to retire, right? There's nobody who wants that guy anymore. Jordan Matthews released by the Panthers. Ugh. Didn't know Jordan Matthews was on the Panthers. Jonathan Hankins resigns with the Seahawks. Nick Chubb, Stephon Gilmore were never in play for the Cowboys. Who thought they were? Lottie to know. See here. So I went through my rankings. I changed a little bit. Speaking of which, I should double check, go through it one last time before we get this draft started here in about 10 minutes. Best ball, pre-draft rankings. Let's take a look. We moved up a couple running backs, moved back a couple quarterbacks. I'm out on Kamara. For those that care, I'm sure it'll bite me for the 10 millionth year. And I really don't like any of those guys. Ooh. I need to put Pickens ahead of him here. Am I missing anything? I need to move up Brian Robinson Jr. up some. Put him right behind Kyler. Move David Njoku back a few, I guess. He's drafted on here. Najee keeps moving back just a little bit at a time, boys. A little bit at a time. Okay, is there any running backs in this area? Baseball 2 got 122, which is 12 picks. When I moved that up, I moved a few back some. Ray Davis. Ray Davis will probably be my most owned running back. Just because of the contract situation that's kind of brewing over. I know that they're going to get it signed, But if it leaks into the summer, I don't know. Like it could be, Dalvin Cook esque. I'm pretty in on Blake Corum. I don't think I had Jonathan Brooks on here. Taj Brooks. We'll save that, or I said we saved. See if SV upload, right? Download. All right, let's go ahead and put this on the Patreon. So if anybody wants to join the Patreon, it's patreon.com/Best Ball Nation. Create. Yeah, ranks 5'8". Upload. Open. Next. Publish. Just like that, ranks are up. How's everybody doing? It's a quiet room, y'all. Quiet room. Ranks are uploaded. Anybody want to join me on this draft today? You're more than welcome. All you guys probably need is a camera or a mic. If not, we are doing the draft in 7 minutos. I guess we can go ahead and pull up the $3 page. Back to lobby. Let's see here. 1.5. Play action. Man, why am I always so tired? I guess it is, 15 hours. No, let's 5 plus 15, or 4 plus 12, 16 hours into my day. That's a dark screen. Let's see what we got here. Put on the banner. Message me. Me on the X if you want to join. Boom. Can I get that? Can I get that move in? Let's see here. How do I do that? Yeah, there it is. Boom. I guess I can't get it. Oh well. All right. What else is going on? Taylor Mathis's boobs are going to explode one day because they're so ginormous. Calm down, lady. We all know you have. Just calm down. Okay. Nothing in the comment section. Check in Twitter. Nothing on Twitter. Looks like Wyatt is also doing a draft or come hang. I feel like I'm going at the same time as the Candyman, and I think sometimes the Pack goes at this time. I feel like it's an inconvenient time. Oh my gosh, Anthony Edwards had to be helped back to the locker room after an apparent ankle injury. Oof. Stinks to stink, man. I mean, it's only fair, right? What's his name is hurt, so they have to get Ant hurt. Let's see here. Present. Share screen. DraftKings lobby. We have a first round. It is 2 of 12. Second round is 1 of 12. Third round is 1 of 12. And then a 688 player final. And let's see, what does that pay? First place gets $150,000. Imagine turning $3 into $150,000. That's crazy. That's almost crazier than the story of me putting 20 and getting $1 million. 3 into 150. That's crazy. Just getting to the finals gets you 150, so 50x. You get somehow got 3 to the finals. You get paid out. What does it see here? Well, you get paid out. Yeah, you get paid out regardless. You make 2.5x your no. It's 60 to make it or to max it. You get double, 2.5 to make it to the finals. Definitely worth the $60, in my opinion. Getting a top 10 is pretty crazy. 10,000 to 9th and 10th. 8th gets 15,000. 7th 20. 6th 30. 40 to 5th. 4th gets 50. 3rd gets 75. 2nd gets 102,600 and and 150 to top, which is absolutely insane. Should actually make sure that I'm allowed to get messages from people. More settings. Monetization. I don't need to get paid. Do I have a direct settings probably in there? Allowed messages requests from everyone. I get a lot of weird messages. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Alrighty, all right. Dennis, how we doing today? My guy, Mr. Dennis himself. 1 minute till we jump in. I think I hit here first. How you doing, buddy? I have done 18 of these, so I got 2 left. All of my $10 will be done on stream. Just finished one. Nice. All right, I'm jumping in. Take this off the board. Nobody wants to play with me. No, I'm just kidding. It's perfectly fine. Man, sometimes I feel like I'm dying. 1 of 12. The opposite of yesterday. Audience. Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Just want to give a quick shout out to Barker and Aaron Couch for being lifetime members. I think that is how that has worked. Derek out here. I'm good. I'm good, man. Just working. I'm working a bunch because we're having that baby soon. So not too soon, but soon enough. I mean, it is pretty soon. It's like 4.5 weeks. 4.5 weeks. So hopefully not any day, but in a couple weeks, so we can say any day. We're going to the beach next weekend, so we're hoping after next week. My boss already said don't do any hard stuff because we don't want to have to deal with it. like have to deal with my mess if it's a complicated issue. So they're already giving me like a little bit of a break at work, but we're grinding anyways. We get unlimited overtime, so I work from when I get there at 6, so 6 to, or yeah, 6:30. I get there from at work from 6:30 to 6:30. That is the plan. We were hoping for twins because we had a plan. We have a D name for a girl, so we kind of skipped the D. We're gonna come back to the D if we have a fourth, which is possible. Which is possible. We're not out of they're not out of having another one. Baby Elijah will be here soon enough. Elijah Tucker, etc. is his initials. Yep, the Candyman is live. Good guy. I also have a subscription to the Fanspeak Substack. I do recommend that to give rankings. I got all sorts of stuff in there. Why did you skip the D, bro? We didn't skip. We just had a boy named for E, and we're gonna go back and we have another one. And hopefully, it's a girl. I really wanted twins, but I guess it's not as likely. I guess if you just do it naturally, So people that do the where they get eggs and shit, they have a better chance of getting them. But oh, it's a washing machine. I was like, what is that noise? Oh shit, I'm on the clock. Guess I'll pull up that. I try to make my pick here. Let's go ahead and pull up the draft, see what we got in here. We got Wool X Joe at the 1 spot. We got my Moi at the 2. Jake the Dog at the 3. Provost MRM at the 4. Chavez Scott 04 at the 5. Pitbull Papa at the 6. Dad's Who at the 7. JMP 0006 at the 8. Tim Don at the 9. Zach 1288 10. Fantasy Gods 19 something at 11. PC Run 11. Guess I should pop over my phone. That's not what I meant. No. I mean, it'll auto. What in the? Yes, please. Dude, scoop it up the value here, boys. Scoop it up the value. We got Chase at the 2 spot. Bring this down a smidge. See how that looks. We can do it a little bit further down. Got laundry going, got dishes going. The work don't stop. Now that my wife is having another one, whatever, or we've had another one, we're getting completion, close to the completion. I'm exhausted from before having a baby. All I do is work, which is why I didn't really have time to stream this off season. I've been working like nonstop, and then I've been in charge of doing all the cleaning. And I'm not good at that, and so it has been a lot of tireless nights. And it won't stop, but it'll be a little bit less here soon. Just gonna add a baby, so twice as much laundry because we're doing cloth diapering, but that's all right. What we got going on? Nothing crazy else going through. JT was going in the second round, barely the second round in pre draft best ball. I'm not sure what exactly changed to that people were, but I certainly don't get it. Also, if you do subscribe to the Patreon, we will have an ESPN league for $200 to first place. And if we get enough subscribers, I'll throw in if we have 20 Patreon members, I'll throw in another 100 for second place, unless I'm in the championship, in which then the 100 would go to who gets the best record / most points in the regular season. I have not set that up. It is $5 for the Patreon. You get my ranks. I'm thinking about asking my cousin to come on. Good friend of mine. He's been doing some podcasts, and so I thought I'd have him on. There's a couple people out there in the industry I kind of want to have on. I just haven't gotten around to ask, but I kind of want to ask after I had the baby. But we will have exclusive interviews on there. I will say my interviews that I do have on there currently, they're so good. You get to know people around the industry, like on a more personal level. I'd like to think that it is pretty good. Oh, you saw my rankings. Oh no. Lamar Jackson. Okay, this guy's a little off his rocker. I guess I'll get Jacobs here probably too. I'm sticking to the traditional turn build here. Now, will I get Joe Burrow to fall back to me? Probably not. I've yet to get Joe Burrow in the fourth, but I don't want to take him at the turn. I don't want to because I've seen people get it on the fourth round. I want it. I want it there. You know what I'm saying? Like I want two elite running backs. I want my chase with two elite running backs. I want Joe Burrow in the fourth, and then either Marion Hampton or Tet McMillions, the T Mac at the 5. That's what I want. Will I get it? Probably not. Work. Do my music still work? I went to the free version. As you can see, I have the StreamYard guy up here, little duck. I feel like paying for it this year. It's $60 a month for HD or whatever. Who really cares what I look like that much? I don't think anybody does. Speaking of which, my computer was a little dirty right there, shaking it. I can see the board just fine, so I figure y'all can too. Let's see. Does this still work? I introduced music last year because I enjoyed what's his face? I enjoyed Chris the Candyman's Football Garage's music that he pulls in. Yeah, I saw that. That's wild. But DK is a little bit different than UD in general. Because of the points you get from having quarterbacks are more valuable on DraftKings. That's a little loud, I think. Who did I watch that was trying to push him? 20, I think it's a good spot. Right there, 18. Gonna draft Joe Burrow. If he makes it here, please don't take him. I feel like he's gonna take him for some reason. I've been cucked too many times, boys. You would think, but I've had the number one pick in the pre-board, I think 2 or 3 times. I haven't had it yet in the Millie Maker, and I didn't get Burrow in any of those drafts, as with Chase. And it's not like they had. It's not like they had Higgins. They were just taking naked Joe Burrow in the 3-4 turn, which I don't quite understand. Yeah, you can backstack with Gesicki, but that's not like optimal to win. But it is what it is. He's next on my rankings, so we shall see. Does he make it? It's a 7-pick fall. If he does, I'm gonna get cucked. Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. I knew what you meant. Every time, dude. Every time. I can't get this, dude. And come on. Okay, we'll get T back. Well, I'm glad this guy next to me over here doesn't know what he's doing. So, do I go Laporta or do I go 58? You get a piece of the Lions. I've heard a lot of negative talk on Xavier Worthy today. I can't cucked again, man. I tell you what, man. I can't. They just can't help it, man. Man, that value is just so good. 7 picks past ADB. What does it do for my team? I don't know. I already drafted a tight end, so Gesicki, really going to come in clutch. Like, what's the thought process there? You drafted Yoshimasa at a high clip? Whatever, dude. Yeah, I've also learned that drafting from your phone, you can keep the stream up and the board up. It's nice. He's just scooping up all the value. Lamb, Bowers, Garrett Wilson, Hampton, Kamara. A solid team. I mean, I'm never going to have Kamara, but I can understand. That's a really good team out of the 7-hole. Genty, A.J. Brown, McLaurin, Adams, Jalen Hurts. It's nice. All right, let's move the board down. 1, 2, 3. Bum, 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 bum. All right, trying to get into the brain of the one hole drafter. Was Zay Flowers not there? Zay Flowers is available. Why do you take Zay? 4-5 turn. I can understand if you had JMO with took JMO with Zay Flowers. That would have made sense. I guess I've already spent $250 on the NBA this past week. Second round already. I had a fairly decent win the other day. I've only been doing one lineup though. That's all. I'm like, did I do it? I don't know. I know I spent about 100 the other day. Got wiped. I've had some wins. I've had some losses. It's been going up and down. But this is like the time of the year where I get lucky. And so I know that sounds stupid, but you have to understand I've won $50,000 3 times in the month of May. I don't know what it is about the month of May, but I like it. I do feel pretty good about my golf lineup this week, though. I just played my guy. I've been doing a little less research on golf. I just, I'm just taking it for what it is. If I win anything on underdog, I'm just going to withdraw it. I'm kind of over. I don't know about y'all. I gave a little bit of rate last night, but they switched me off of just being logged in all the time to a 2-factor authentication, and I hate it. I have to log in, and then I have to. Sometimes it does the Face ID, sometimes it doesn't, and then I have to wait for a code. The code sometimes when I click the code on my phone, it goes into the thing, or sometimes it doesn't. And then I had to request another code. And then it's like, then I wait a couple seconds because I'm not sure if that helps or doesn't help. So then I have to wait for that. And then I get to the landing page. And then they change all that stuff. And then so I go to the drafts. Then I have to hit live. And then I have to hit best ball. And then I have to hit the PGA. Like, what are we doing here? Why are we switching it up? Like, sorry, all you underdog lovers. I hate the app process. DraftKings blows them out of the water. You can say whatever you want. It's complete BS because their whole system is effed. They need to go back to what it was. I don't know why they're trying to make. I guess the Pikmin game is profitable for them, but it has disinterested me into their app hugely. Looking at Olave here. Yeah. Probably get a lot. Because we didn't get Chris Godwin. He did. I didn't grab that. Little Olave Cooper Cup. Little Olave Cooper Cup. Or I've gotten plenty of Cooper Cup. Maybe we get Caleb Johnson. Maybe we get the old Caleb Johnson. I don't have any shares of Caleb in the post draft. So last year I changed my ranks once a week. I think this year we're gonna be more fluid with it. I'm gonna probably update my ranks every day on my own phone, and I'll probably update the Patreon app every time I go right before I go live. That way, you guys have the freshest ranks in there that I have before I go live every time. We're also probably sticking to 2 days until I have the baby, and then 3 days after I have the baby in June, and then mid to late June, and then we'll see if we want to add a fourth, depending on the the viewership. I don't want to stream to the void, so we will we shall see. Shall see. We're open to 4 to 5 if we have the viewership, or maybe we make one of those days for the Patreon members. Unless we hit the 500, we get through that whole process. Then we can do as many on here as we want. But we are so far away from 500. We are at 382, I believe. We've lost a couple subscribers. We only gained like 20 last year. Yeah. Big Marley, how you doing, man? How many drafts have I done? I'm actually holding off on doing too many of my Millie Maker drafts because I kind of actually think it's going to be smart this year to hold off and find out what the situations are at running backs for teams. So I've only done 6 of the Millie Makers, and I have this is 19 of the $3. So in pre-draft, I did about 100. So we're about 120 drafts in this year, but only 20-ish. 23 or so on DK this year post draft. How many drafts have you gotten in? Are you waiting? You taking it easy? I saw you guys had a UFC stream. I'm going to watch it right after this. For all you guys don't know, this is Kyle Marley. He is a UFC expert, and he streams over at Ship It Nation. I highly recommend their videos. Him and Mr. Trivet go at it, or they'll go at it. They attack the lines. They give you all the right information you need to know. And he got me onto I don't know. I can't think of his actual name right now, but I watch all of his stuff now. Oh man, it's not Cam. You told me about him. Now I watch him every Monday, and then I try to fast forward through the Friday post weigh-in shows. Oh, what is his name? I watch it. I go to YouTube real quick. I can find it fairly quickly. Who do I watch? I do watch him too. This is a terrible way to look for stuff. Okay, I could just go viewed history. I don't got time for that. But you know who I'm talking about. I just started my first million for DK, but it's slow. Hey, that's the way to start, though. I got one slow going on right now too, and then I'm gonna do another one after that one ends. It's just like kind of keep your feet fresh to the floor, Pay-per-view this weekend. Yes, I know. I'm excited. I think what's his name? I think he handles them. Bilal handles them. And I think I'm betting the underdog on the lady. You know the guy? I forget his name. I'm trying to remember his name. He's from Minnesota, whatever his name is. He's a good guy though. You were correct. I watch him now as well. What is his name? No, that's gonna bother me. Hold on. I got the draft up on my phone still, so I can see that. Home. I think it's home. That's what my brain is saying. That's not right. Home of Bets UFC? No, that's not right. That's not right. Okay, how do I look at my history? I'm so fucking technology illiterate. Subscriptions history. Ah. Oh, I watched so much. Let's see here. Can I find a? I watch about 50 videos a day. I watch 50 videos a day. We're gonna go with. We're at 96 here. We're gonna go Jaden Reed, leaving us an option for Jordan Love. Who do we have at tight end? We got Laporta at tight end currently. Imagine if Mark Andrews heads over the Die Hard MMA podcast. Die Hard, yes. Die Hard, yes, Kyler. Sorry, I was on my history. Yes. Clint, yes. PVR Tyler or OTS are both from Minnesota. No, yeah. Those guys are cool too. So is who else is from Minnesota? My guy Neil Orfield, player Q, also from old Minnesota. All right, we're taking. Sorry, you guys cannot see this. I did not notice that it was off the board. I'm taking Mark Andrews, so we're done at tight end. And then we're going to slam quarterback here for the next 3 picks. I feel like my wide receivers are good. My running backs are good. We got to get our quarterbacks here. We look like we kind of missed out on the mid tier, but that's okay. We're going to grab the next 3 that are in my ranks on the turnarounds. Yeah, PPR Tyler's from there. I didn't know Off the Schneid was. Who else is out there? Neil Orfield's in Minnesota. I think Eric from Stochastic might be from Minnesota. He's got Minnesota ties. I know that. Who else is from Minnesota? I guess there's not much to do but stream, you know? When you live in the middle of nowhere. I forget where you're from. I don't think it was Minnesota. I don't think it was Detroit. We had this conversation. I don't remember. Cleveland? No. I don't remember. I don't know why I'm trying to remember all these things. Indy. I knew you were from the Midwest, but I couldn't remember where. Indy. Yeah, that's right. I was close. I was triangulating that area. Najee Harris goes at 101. Yeah, I'm trying to push his ADP. As everybody may know, I am the Najee fan truther here. We're trying to push back his ADP. Home of this year's NBA champs. Hey, it's possible. Dude, I don't watch a lot of basketball, so maybe this happens all the time. But that game yesterday or 2 days ago, whatever it was, whenever I was like, man, why are they not shooting the 3? And then he pulled that. They pulled it in, and all of a sudden they stole the ball. He dribbles it back out and drains that 3. That was Kobe-esque, man. Halliburton's a dog. I'm always gonna be a Lakers Bulls fan because as a child I cheered for greatness, but that Halliburton kid's good. Oh man, I've been trying to get into more basketball, partially because I feel like my son's gonna get into basketball here in a couple of years. Ginormous kid, he likes to dribble. I think he's kind of averaging out a little bit, but I think he's still on the taller side. So I have a feeling I've been going to basketball games. It kind of runs in the family. It'd be kind of funny if he was as tall as my great grandpa. He was 6'11" or 7. He either hit 7 foot or he was 6'11". He played for Wisconsin in 1912 for the national champion, like their national champions. I don't think they actually went to a whole place together. So yeah, I got my dad's genes inside. Yeah, I got a little bit of both. My mom was 6 foot, but my dad was 5'4". Tyrese went to the same high school as me. Oshkosh North. Oshkosh. Why do I know Oshkosh? Tyrese. Oh, Tyrese Halliburton. Okay, yeah. Like, who's Tyrese? The guy I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Who did I go to high school? I could have gone to high school with. Before I moved to Illinois, I lived in Cali, and I lived in SoCal, and I was supposed to go to this school called Helix High, which would have been awesome because Hector is my first name and Felix is my second first name. But I ended up moving to Illinois. But Reggie Bush and Alex Smith were both at that school at the same time, and I would have been there with them. It would have been crazy cool to go with them. We're gonna take Drake May, and T-Law if he makes it back to me. We're just snapping up the next quarterbacks. We'll probably make an intelligent decision on the next one, but not the third one. It'll probably be Bryce Young. Oshkosh. I know Oshkosh. Why do I know Oshkosh? Is there an Oshkosh in Illinois? Oshkosh. Locations. JJ McCarthy. Why did that guy have T-Law? Son of a gun. Do I have any? No. Okay. Nothing to match up. We're going to take JJ. I think he provides a little bit of rushing floor. Oshkosh, Illinois. I know it's in Wisconsin, but see if there's an Oshkosh, Illinois. No. Just Wisconsin. Why do I know Oshkosh? Funny enough about Wisconsin, Oshkosh and Bigosh, kids close. Yeah, I saw that. You also went to school with Eric from Spike Week. I did go to school with Eric Bifor from Spike Week. Funny enough, I didn't find Eric Bifor was doing this until I was already 100 and some odd drafts into the year I won it. I didn't know he was into this DFS space. I was mainly a Pat Mayo stochastic subscriber back in the day, and I didn't know any different. You know what I mean? Or I didn't know. I wasn't in the Twitterverse. And then I had a 50K win. And I was like, oh, maybe I should, talk on there. And I really didn't talk too much, but all of a sudden I saw Eric E. Bimeford in one of my drafts. I'm like, E. Bimeford. How many E. Bimefords could there be? Because it's their last name is spelled it's 4, but it's FOHR. So I'm like, how many Bimefords could there be? So I went looking him up, and I was like, holy shit, he's really into this. And funny enough, he ends up being one of the main figures in best ball, and we're from the same city, and I won the Millie. It's kind of crazy, and he's a good guy. On top of it, Community Thursday, Blake. Yeah, I if anybody wants to join the stream, send me a message on the old Twitter, and I will send you the link. You can get out some thoughts that you want to that you have. It's a more of a venting. If you want to get on camera and vent, have your say, have a clip out there in the world, spouting what you believe. I mean, that's what it'll be for. Or if they want to do the draft with me, they're more than welcome to. I mean, I don't care. You do what you got to do, or do what you want to do. It's about you guys. Ba, 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 ba. I also, weirdly enough, so I told you my grandpa played for the national champions of Wisconsin in like the early 1900s, and I actually played at a tennis tournament right next door to where he won a national champion for my. I was a D3 tennis player, right? So like, we're not that good. We're good, but we're we'll beat a scrub, but we're not like pros. And got second place, which was pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a good tennis player. I was good in high school, but who wasn't? My 4.7 speed was real fast compared to other high school kids. My serve, I will say, my serve, if I got it in, was untouchable. The problem was getting that serve in. I was 89 and 2 in high school singles. Doubles, we won more than we lost. I don't remember my record. I didn't care enough about it in high school for my doubles record. Took Bryce on, pair up with Tet. The rest of them are butt naked. They got some players we could add on at the end of drafts. One fits perfectly here. Unless he gets drafted, and then we're going to go Ray Davis if he gets drafted. Rachaad White. Can someone explain me the upside on Rachaad White? Wow, no Najee, huh? I think I have one share in the Millie. I'm trying to be fair, this is the $3, so it's not like high stakes. But hold on, we're gonna draft Kyle Williams. I don't think he's that great of a pick right here, but I'm trying to get some correlated picks here. But I'm trying to hopefully wait out all these people that don't want Najee, and then so my strategy is I don't really care if anybody copies it. It is my strategy. I'm making it known, so if anybody wins with it, came from me. I said I'm projecting it to be something similar to what the Dolphins had a few years ago, where both Raheem Mostert and Devin Achane ate all the time. And I'm hoping, everybody's predicting that Najee's going to fall off at the end of the year, and Omarion Hampton's going to pick it up. If anybody's watched Najee Harris, his picks up towards the end of the season. And he's a better player at the end of the season. So if anything, it's going to be Omarion Hampton early and Najee late, but in my head. But my thought process is I want both of them. They're a very run heavy team, and I think it's always going to be a 60-40 split. Whoever has it's going to be a little bit more control. And when it flips, they're still going to get a good sizable workload, so your floor is still going to be high. Touchdown upside. I think this team is gonna. To be fair, I am biased. I am a Chargers fan. I think we're going to the AFC title game and maybe winning it. I don't know if we win the Super Bowl, but I think we're going to the AFC title game. We have all the pieces to get there. Yeah, and if one of them goes down, then to blow up. Yeah. So I'm hoping that Najee. I'm gonna smash him once he gets to pick 108. But his ADP is currently at 102. I just want him to go up a little bit further before I smash it, which is another reason why I'm taking it a little bit slower this year, is I want those ADPs to go up. Now, I say that, but DraftKings has had all these deals going on. If you yesterday, I think it was, if you deposited $20, you get a $20, you get a best ball ticket. They've had, to get the buy one, get one. They've had spend $15 or do a draft to get a $15 ticket or something like that. So I did that one. I'm just racking up all these little things that they've had. I think I've spent $60 on $60 worth of tickets. I think I won $45 on NASCAR on one of the 2 lineups I put in this past week. That one of them that DraftKings gave to me for doing a best ball draft. So I do recommend doing all their deals, because at the end of it, when the season starts, they give you if you max it, you get $300 back, which is 10% of 10% of what you put in, which is crazy. You're gonna give you $300 back for maxing it. So then you really essentially only lost if you like maxed it and you're not counting all the other deductions. You're only losing $2,700, which is a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but then you got to think about, like, they've already given us 5 deals already so far this year. So like $100 there, and then they're going to have deals that are in June and July where it's a little bit slower. We're gonna take dubs here. And Keenan Allen. Wherever Keenan Allen goes, to be fair, this could be something similar to when Julio Jones went to a team. I just thought Keenan Allen looked good at the end of last year. Like, honestly, looked better than DJ Moore, who was throwing pouty fits at the end of the season. I thought Keenan Allen looked better than all 3 of the Chicago wide receivers. I wasn't entirely sure why he got let go. And if he goes to the right location, hypothetically, he goes to the Steelers, where they might need another possession guy. Like, they need a possession guy. DK Metcalf is the explosive wide receiver that you hit downfield, or you hit, a dominant catcher in the sense like he's a dominant presence, but you need somebody that can do the grimy, third down work. It's gonna be Keenan, man. Remember when Keenan had Big Mike? It's kind of essentially what you could have with Keenan and DK if they were to pair up a little bit. I don't know where else he could go currently that he would have a role cut out easily for him, but that's definitely a place. Let's see what we got here. What do we got looking at here? 3-3-7-2 build. I like that. If you guys caught last night's Ranks versus the Lobby, I don't know if the lobby was conspiring against me, because I'm pretty sure I was the second to last into the lobby, but man, they took all the running backs. And so we adjusted the ranks. Right afterwards, that hopefully if we run into a scenario like that again, we get some running backs. My first running back was Ray Davis. It was fun to watch. Crazier things have happened, though. That wide receiver room was crazy, though. That was good. That was a good wide receiver room. ASB, oof. Ladd, Garrett Wilson. Who else was on that? I forgot already. It's a good team. Aaron Rodgers goes. Pat Freiermuth. I feel like they know what they're doing at the 11 hole. I don't think we're going to pair anything with JJ. I could get Naylor, but I kind of out on Naylor. We're just keeping him for his rushing upside. That's what we're going to tell ourselves, which he does have. He does have that. Let's see here. Running backs wise, we're looking at Devin Neal, Jalen Wright. Pat Bryant's out here looking tasty. Oh, yeah. That's the way we're going to go. So Pat Bryant on UD goes I think it was 190, 180. And on DK, he goes 212. So I think I'm more correct than the lobby here. I have a lot of rookie wide receivers, I just realized. We're gonna go Blake Corum. Since we didn't get Kyron, this is to leverage the person that did get Kyron. That if he goes down, then we win, sort of thing. On the teams that don't get Kyron, I typically do grab Blake. There's one other running back that I kind of really want here. We'll be done at running back. We'll finish it off with 2 wide receivers. So far, my team is Jamar Chase, Bucky Irving, Josh Jacobs, Ted McMillian, Sammy Laporta, Chris Olave, Caleb Johnson, Jaden Reed, Mark Andrews, Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, Bryce Young, Kyle Williams, Romeo Dubs, Keenan Allen, I almost called him Kyle Allen, Pat the Fat Bryant, Blake Corum. Pat Bryant will be my highest owned wide receiver, both in dollars and in percentages. He's currently at, I think, 40% in ownership. Najee technically is on my DraftKings still the highest owned player, but he is quickly coming down. Followed by Gabe Davis, who got released yesterday. To be fair, another wide receiver that if he went back to Buffalo, he's immediately back in the mix of a decent game here and there. Another place where he could go is the Giants. They kind of need a big body out there. They got the little guys with Slayton and who am I thinking of? Wan'Dale Robinson. Like, look at the little guys. Sometimes you need a big boy. Get the big boy pants on. He's a great run blocker. I could see him going to the Bengals. That'd be fun. Imagine Chase, Gabe Davis, and T. Higgins. How do you stop him? I mean, I hope he goes to the Chargers, but I don't think he will. The taxes out in Illinois, crazy. To be fair, I think he's getting paid this year. Like, if he plays anywhere, it's pretty much for free. Or he doesn't need to, I guess that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so this go back to promoting myself. On the Patreon, I'm going to ask my cousin to come on, and he has a podcast where they discuss like family stuff. And he's more of a basketball guy, but I feel like this is June will be a good time to have him on to talk a little basketball, talk a little football. And then talk basketball while we draft football teams. Man, Roshan goes. That stinks. That's what I was hoping. All right, we'll grab. Sean Lloyd just went. Oh, getting cucked again. And we didn't get Devin A-Chain, so we'll grab Ollie Gordon. Who are we going to grab here? All right, so for all you guys that don't know, my guy before Najee Harris was this guy named Colin Johnson. Well, he was just signed to the Raiders. He's 6'5" and is a beast. His name is Colin Johnson. University of Texas alum. Plays the wide receiver position. He is technically their number 4 option, but plays special teams, team guy, big body. Jacoby Myers and a big guy. Obviously, you got Brock. I was called Brock last year, which is the tight end for my high school team. Why am I drawing a blank on saying Brock Bowers? He's a big guy. The year that I won the million, I drafted 95 to 99% of Colin Johnson. It didn't work out. At the time, he was playing for the Jags in the preseason, got cut, got signed to the Giants, and then had one game where he had like 5 catches or something. I don't know. It wasn't like a lot. Yeah, probably not even 5 catches. It was probably like 2 catches for like 5 yards or something. But I believe in his talent. I will always have a season where I draft Colin Johnson as long as he's in the league. And with a little bit of fresh news, you never know. Who's out? Who else out there? Wide receiver wise, they got Jack Besh, Jacoby Myers. I'm drawing a blank. Who do they have at wide receiver? Who do they have? Not Tyler Lockett. Jack Besh, Jacoby Myers. I'm missing a pretty obvious one. I'm drawing a blank on it. Obviously, Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer. Those are tight end positions. Who are other Oakland, Las Vegas wide receivers? Hit up the old Google machine. Las Vegas wide receivers. Trey Tucker, okay. Kyle Phillips, Kadir Ismail, Dante Thornton Jr., Tyreek McAllister, Shaderick Jackson, Jeff Foreman, Alec Bachman. Man, they brought Alec Bachman and they got Kyle Phillips. They got the White Knights, Christian Wilkerson. So he's at the very end of it. He looks like he's 4th string and as wide receiver 3. Which is whatever. Special teams. Nah, he's not in on that yet. He can make a team though. He's good enough. Oh, you guys cannot see the bottom of the draft. Oh, I'm on the clock. We are taking Roman Wilson. All right, so we finished off with the 3-5-10-2 build, which is what I want to finish all my drafts with. At quarterback, we have Drake May, J.J. McCarthy, Bryce Young. We've had better quarterback rooms, but they do provide a lot of running ability. They all have a dominant number 1 wide receiver with T-Mac, obviously Justin Jefferson, and Stephon Diggs currently. They all have decent tight ends such as Jatavian Sanders, TJ Hawkinson, and Hunter Henry / whatever the other guy's name is there in New England. So the quarterback room I feel okay about. I'm not saying we got the best one, but I feel like we have a good one there. Tight end, I feel like we're kind of dominant at tight end in the sense we'll have good productive weeks every week with Mark Andrews and Sam Laporta. At running back, we started with Bucky Irving and Josh Jacobs, waited a few rounds and got Caleb Johnson, and then waited until practically the end of the draft and got Blake Corum and Ollie Gordon, which I think is a fun running back room. Obviously, we have our studs here, and then we have our high flying. If something happens to the starters, we win there. At wide receiver, we have Jamar Chase, which is obviously the best wide receiver, and then followed by T-Mac, Chris Olave. So it's not a weak wide receiver room, but we've had stronger wide receiver rooms to start. But the only thing I was going to take instead of Laporta was Xavier Worthy. Maybe I should have gone with DK, but I don't know. yeah, so then we got Jaden Reed, which I feel like was kind of a steal at 95. Kyle Williams was just there to pair up with Drake May. Dobbs is a good, we got two of the Packers wide receivers currently without the quarterback. So like if Drake May goes off for like a couple touchdowns and a running touchdown, and then Dobbs and Reed are popping off, like things like that can work. I like this team. It's a fun team. Wide receivers have high upside and low floor and medium floors at the bottom. If Chris Olave can stay healthy, it's a good pick. Yeah. Actually, I got a lot of Packers. I got Jacobs, Reed. I got a whole Packers stack. Who got Love? You got on here. Yeah, Golden. That's a good pick. It's a good pick, sir. All righty. Well, that'll probably be it for this weekend on the YouTube. I will make a video or two on the Patreon this weekend, going over the teams that I drafted this week. So that's patreon.com/bestballnation, where we have a $200 ESPN league for those that are Patreon members. You don't have to pay anything. It's an automatic invitation. It's $200 to first place. And if we get, what did I say? 20, or did I say 20 or did I say 50? Whatever. If we get a good amount of Patreons, whatever they call them, patrons, we will do $100 to second place. So, and it's just a part of like your fee for being in as a member. And then what else we got? We got exclusive interviews from previous years. We haven't done any yet this far. We're having a baby next month, and then after that, I'm gonna be home for 2 months. So I'm gonna try to get the ball rolling with a couple people here and there. And then I think we're gonna do a Millie Maker draft on Wednesdays and Community Thursdays. I think that's what the YouTube schedule will be like. It'll be 9:30 Wednesday, Thursdays, unless I have my baby. Then, it'll be a week and a half to 2 weeks where I'm gonna take time off just to be with the fam. But after that, we're gonna go hard in the paint, and we are going to have fun. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna have to take a lot of Najee, and we're gonna have a lot of fun. Let's see, am I winning anything? No. Looks like the game's about over too. Oh shucks. All right, gentlemen and ladies. I don't know. I want to presume it's been fun. It's been real. It's been real fun. Later, guys.